What is going on, everybody? It is Nidge here from Nidge Plays, just here to remind you that if you are enjoying the content, to leave a like, comment and subscribe to my channel to help it grow. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the video. What is going on, everybody? It is Nidge here, and welcome to our last game of the season, away against Osasuna. As you already know, we're already now qualified for the Champions League next season, so it's a bit of a non-starter of a game really. I'll probably put a few of the younger players in and give them a bit of playing time, but here is the table as it stands. The reason I'm showing it yet is because Real Madrid have actually lost now. They've lost one game in the whole of the 37 games so far, with one game left to go. Not quite sure who they lost against, but I thought they were going to do a bit of an Invincibles and go all season without losing, but not to be the case. Not to be the case. So they've lost a game. We obviously can't move in fourth position, and like I said, probably rest a few of the main players. Just try a couple of people that I've not given much game time to. So we'll see how that goes. I'll show you the team that we're going to be playing in just a second. So this is the team that I went for in the end. Not anything too dramatically different, but there's a couple of different players in there that we haven't used as often. So the starting lineup is as follows. We've got Adan in goal, Juan Fran at right back, Jordi Figueras at centre back with Amaya, Chica at left back, Lorenzo Reyes at central defensive midfield, Vidio and Cedric on the wings, Nosa at cam, and Chuli and Ruben Castro up front. So nothing too massively different, but people like Figueras, Reyes, Chuli, not been playing as much this season as perhaps they would like to have been, and they are younger players, so it gives them a bit of playing time and, you know, keeps everyone happy. But we're going to jump into the game now, so I'll speak to you in a second. Here we go then, everybody. Last game of the season. Nothing to play for whatsoever. We can't go up or down. We're going to be sitting exactly where we are, but still obviously want to do well for last game of the season. I mentioned in the last episode I was looking at a few different players to perhaps bring in, and I will show you after this episode. I'll do a bit of a season summary and show you the transfers that I'm perhaps looking at very early on at this point. Some of them may be far too expensive, some of them maybe on too much wage-wise. It's just a few names that I just plucked at the end and thought, yeah, we'll have a look at them, see how good they are. But let's just take a look at the lineups first of all. So there's Osasuna's lineup for the game. Not too many familiar names there. Roman Pavlyuchenko leading the line for them, obviously someone I know quite well from when he used to play in the Premiership, but other than that, not many familiar names whatsoever. I do remember when we played these earlier in the season actually, and it was one of those games where Pavlyuchenko was very, very quiet all game, but I believe they actually got a last minute equaliser towards the end of the game. It's sort of similar to the game we had against Valladolid in the last match, where they didn't play too well but came into it. But there's our lineup again, so you can see them all in formation there. Adan, Amaya, Figueras, Juan Fran at the back. Right then, let's go for it. Last game of the season, let's see what happens. Get it out. Oh my word, that was close. I thought we had that covered. Pavlyuchenko there, big head up. Not far off, I don't think. No, not far off at all. I wasn't moving. Nice move here. Nice move here. Come on, Castro. It's got to be. Put the Jets on. Put the Jets on. Yes, 1-0. Been a pretty dull game so far, but that does give us the lead. Ruben Castro right on the stroke of half time. Some good old-fashioned 45th minute cheese. Not a lot's happened, to be honest, so far. There's been lots of half chances that just haven't really materialised, but little ball over the top, puts Castro through, just about keeps away from the defender and finishes it nicely. That makes it 1-0, guys. So there it is, guys, that's half time, 1-0 up. It has been an extremely dull game, as I mentioned when I scored the goal, but we have taken the one chance that we've really had, and that's given us the lead at half time. Have a look at some of the half-time scores elsewhere around the league. Let's have a look how Sociedad are getting on more than anything. They're 1-1 as well against Villarreal, so not a great result for them, and it would mean that even if we were to have lost again, we still would have been holding on. Obviously there's another half to go yet there, but let's have a look at the stats. Yeah, see they've had 2 shots, 1 on target. We've had 1 shot, 1 on target. Like I said, it's been a very dull game, but let's get into the second half and see if we can hold on to this lead. Oh god, careful, he's on a yellow. Oh god, Is he booked in? Oh, it's gone a bit glitchy, I don't know. Oh, hello crowd. Hello Betis faithful. What is going on here? Yeah, he's been sent off. That was idiotic of me. Well played, Cedric. Oh, Lorenzo. Get down that line, son. Oh, wannabe winger, Lorenzo Reyes. Oh my god, what a ball as well. Lorenzo Reyes, take a bow. CDM usually, but doing pretty nifty job on the wing there for us. There it is, everybody. Full time of the last game of the season. 1-0 win away against Osasuna. Probably one of the more dull games of the season so far, to be honest. Not a lot happened at all in that game, but we did come out with the win, which is all that matters. Have a look at some of the stats now. Yeah, as you can see, it was a very dull game. We only had one shot, one on target to their 4-2 on target. But like I say, it was just a very, very dull game. All scrappy in the middle of the park. They were playing the long ball. We were just nodding it back. But let's have a look at the table, and now that finishes the league season off for us. So there it is, Real Betis in 4th place, finishing on a grand total of 72 points, 5 points clear of Real Sociedad, who were in 5th place, and a whopping 14 points behind Atletico Madrid in 3rd. And that does show that if we want to be challenging for the title next season, which is what I initially said, I said if we can get top 4 this season and bring in some good players and challenge for the title, we need to improve by a huge amount of points. I mean, Real Madrid won the league on 101, so in theory that's 10, 20, nearly 29 points, I think that is off the top of my head, but I am awful at maths, so forgive me if that's wrong. 29 points we need to improve on. That's nearly 10 wins more than we've had this season, which is absolutely insane. So we'll have to see if we can bring it in the post-season, and then if we can strengthen the team as much as I hope we can, we'll be up there challenging next year. But we're going to have a look at the season summary now and just look at our top scorers and all the other leagues around the world and that kind of thing. So I'll speak to you in a second and we'll start that. With 67 points. So guys, now that our season is over, I just thought you've already seen the Spanish league table. I thought I'd show you a few of the player stats, our squad report, people on our shortlist, and just a few of the other leagues around the world and how they've finished off. So there's another quick glance at our table, but you will have already seen that, obviously. Let's have a look at some of the player stats for the La Liga this season. So top scorer was Cristiano Ronaldo with 26 goals, followed by Bale with 21, and he caught up a lot actually because Bale was well clear at one point, but Neymar in 3rd, Costa in 4th, and Leo Baptistao of ourselves in 5th. He was in 3rd at one point, but a couple of injuries towards the end of the season prevented him from finishing there. I don't think we've got anyone else up there, to be honest, other than Baptistao. Let's just check. Oh, right down the bottom there, we have got Video in 23rd with 9 goals, and also Ruben Castro with 8 goals is the very last man on the list. Assist-wise, Verdu got top assist level with Neymar this season. He had a really good season there. At first, I didn't think he was cutting the mustard, but he really upped his game towards the end, so nice to see him doing well there. And clean sheets, I don't think we're anywhere to be seen, to be honest. And there's Adania, 8th place with 9. Way off quarter of Atletico Madrid, who got 20, which was significantly more than anyone else actually, with Casillas in 2nd with 16. But just thought I'd show you a few of the other leagues around the world now they finish, like the Premiership, that kind of thing, Bundesliga. So flick through these. Denmark, England. So Manchester City won the Premier League by 1 point. Wow, beat Man United by 1 point in the end, so that was a very tight affair. Getting promoted to the Premiership are QPR and Watford, along with either Burnley, Wigan, Bolton or Derby. I should look who's been relegated from our league actually, shouldn't I? I'll show you that in a second. Oh. Germany, Bayern Munich won the Liga to Canter, 8 points clear. Italy, Juventus won the league by even more of a canter. They're finishing well clear of Milan in 2nd place. I forgot to stop at France, I think. Didn't mean to have gone past it. Porto winning the Portuguese league. Spain getting relegated were Granada, Vallecano and Elche. Elche that caused us so many problems. And they've gone down. Which is nice to see. Sorry about that there. Let's have a look at the French league. I'm assuming it would do in PSG, but we'll just check. Yep, PSG well clear. In fact, 18 points clear of Monaco. That is crazy. Crazy clear. But first of all, I'll show you that, here we go in the inbox. For coming 4th, we did get an additional 9.9 million added to our transfer budget, which is cool. At first, I've just stuck that all into wages, as you'll see, because I had to renew a few contracts. So it's just, at the minute, naught transfer budget, 204,000 wage budget, and I'll show you that now. So, contracts. There's a few players that were running down in the next year, so I thought I'd get them signed up. So, Chica, Salvador Agra even, poor pronunciation there. Alex Martinez, Juan Fran Figueras, And that was it, to be honest, because everyone else had quite a fair amount of time left on them. And if you look at the people that are expiring, he's going, Nacho's old, Ezekiel's not looking too good, Perkis is leaving, Carlos is nothing special, he's nothing special, he's nothing special, he's nothing special. Then you're looking at people like Eduardo, who's getting on there. Maybe we'll offer him a contract next year, depending on how good he does next year. But he did have a good season for us when he joined in January. Paolo, I think he's 30 now, so again, 31, yes, he'll be 33 at the end of that contract almost. So is that worth renewing? Probably not. Same for Castro, who, to be honest, is on 40 grand a week. How old is he? 32. If someone comes in with a bid for him in this close season, I'll probably let him go, to be honest. Then you look at everyone else, other than Anderson, who's a keeper that we never play, and they're all in the 2-year margin then, so I've just left all them for now. Look at our shortlist, it does need tidying up a little bit, it's quite long at the moment. But we have got Keylor Navas still on there, I've got Scouting Marquinhos, PSG's Alex, Nigel de Jong, Javi Garcia, Aquino still on there, Mohamed Salah, he can go off there, I don't know why he's still on there, remove him from the shortlist. Andrea Pirlo, who will be a massive coup. Just look at his value. He's only 76 overall, but 950k, and I think he'd still do a good job for us, you know, at CDM. Those free kicks as well. Lucas Podolski, he's still on there. He can probably be taken off as well, to be honest, as can Sarabia below him. Chikawe, he's still a possibility. He looked very good when we played against him, and with his 5-star weak foot and that kind of thing, he's still a possibility. Thomas Rosicky, old, but I think he could do a job. Kaka, 81, 32, worth 5 million, which seems a bit steep for a 32-year-old, but still. Ryan Gould, he's the one that's moved to Portugal in real life, that really good young lad, so I just scouted him out to see what his stats were like. Probably won't go for him, to be honest, we'll have to see. Sirceta still there, Teo's still there, Joaquin would be one worth looking into, Kevin Gamera's one worth looking into, I still think, for next season. Pizzini, Munioin's still on there, but there's a few more high-calibre players on there that I think, as we're playing in Champions League, if we can get that kind of name in to do a job, I mean, Alex would be a big improvement at centre-back. Some of these actually are running out of contract soon as well, so Alex he still his contract expiring in 2 months, so that'd be a really good signing if we could get him in. Who else was there? I don't know, I'm not going to go through them all again there, but there were a couple of them that were running out of contract in a couple of months that would be really good signings. Was just Pirlo one? Yeah, say Pirlo again, we could get him on a free. I mean, you can't turn that down, can you? But just last but not least now, I shall show you the squad report. So, Adan went up by 2, really pleased with him, he did really well in the end, jumped up to a 73, and he's only 27 as well, so definitely be holding on to him in goal. Juan Fran staying the same, Paolo and Amaya staying the same, Chica staying the same, Jonathan Dos Santos going up by 3 to a 76, he's proved to be quite good in the end for us this season, he's ended up playing 34 games for us, which at first, if you followed the series, you'll know he wasn't always getting into the team, but he really stepped up his game. Video up to a 72, arguably our player of the season. He's been really effective on that right wing with his pace and his dribbling techers. Cedric stayed at a 71, actually, which I was quite disappointed at. He's 22, I thought he might go up by a couple, and he just hasn't, which is a shame, but he still had a good season for us on the whole. Verdu remaining at a 78 overall. He's had a really good season, as you saw with his assist count. Top assists in La Liga, 17 overall. Eduardo stayed the same. Ruben Castro down by 3. Big fall for him this season. He's only worth 2.4 million now. And when you consider we were offered 6.5 or whatever it was at the beginning, that is a massive drop. Rigi stayed the same. He'll be returning to where he came from. +1 here for Chuli. He's done okay, actually. He's played 17, which isn't a surprising amount, but he's done well when he's fielding. He's been okay. Nothing special, but he does the job just for filling in cup games. Juan Carlos will be returning to where he came from. Figueras up by 1. No, staying the same. Another one. I thought he might go up by a couple. I'm actually considering selling him because I think for 4.6 million, we've got Dos Santos, we've got Verdu, and if we could bring in someone like Rosicky, someone like that. I know he's younger, but he might be one that we let go. Reyes up by 3, age 22. He's been really good for me this season. He's probably been one of the hidden diamonds this season. Only a 70 overall at the age of 22, but played 28 games for us, and whenever we've needed someone a bit more defensive-minded, he has come in and done the job really well, and arguably scored our best goal of the season against Derry City with that screamer. Salva Sevilla stayed the same. I don't think there's much movement down here, apart from the people that we've lined out, sorry. So, Leo Baptiste still a 75, considering bringing him in. He's on loan to us from Atletico Madrid, obviously, at the moment. He was really good for us this season, scored 17 goals. He's not on the shortlist, but like I say, I'm considering bringing him in for 2.8 million. I think he could do a job, but he's still out for another 7 weeks with his broken toe, so Hopefully that won't affect him too much, but it's a shame he hasn't gone up a little bit, but at the same time, that means if we do get him, we'll be able to get him for less in theory, so not all bad. Mattia up by 2, never really play him, he's only played 1 game this season, I think he'll be one that I let go. Didac went up to 77 in the end, but still didn't do anything for me. He was playing regularly at the start, but towards the end, he'd never played at all. Cheek could have seen far, far better, despite the fact he was 3. He's rated 4 now, less than him, but Alfred Ndeye didn't play a single game for us. Nacho down by 2, expected that, he's 33 now. Molina stayed the same, which is decent, he's 32 now. Probably might sell him actually, you can get 1.6 million for him, that won't be too bad. He did play 34 games for us last season, but he was never that great, and when you consider the other players that we've got in there now, we hardly got a look in towards the end of the season. Perkis is one that's leaving, he's not changed. Steven Anderson never plays, he'll probably leave in the end, he's one that's on loan somewhere at the moment. No movement for him, he's on loan at CD Lugo Ranella. Ezekiel's gone up by 1, but he's one that I'm letting his contract expire. Alex Martinez, he looks okay actually, he's a 71 overall, left back, he'll do his cover, that's why I've extended his contract, decent all round. Sergio Rodriguez, 21, rated 70. Plus 3, that's not too bad to be honest, he might get a bit of action next season, just playing in every now and then, see if he can rating up a little bit more. I always say his name wrong first time round. Salvador Agra, 74 overall, plus 1 this season. On loan at Academica. Didn't play at all for them according to that, but 74 overall. And look at the pace and his agility and all those physical stats. He's probably a player that we'll use a lot next season, but the only downside is that obviously Video and Cedric have been decent. Maybe I'll play Video on the left and him on the right, or vice versa, because like I mentioned about Cedric, he's been good, but he's not been as good, so we'll see. But that's the whole squad, that's the report, and that pretty much brings us to the end of our first season. So thank you for all the support during the season, really appreciate everyone that's been liking, subscribing and commenting on my videos, and I shall see you again in the next season. Nidge out.